I have a friend who was always a little different from everyone else. Back in school, while the rest of us were busy playing cricket, he would sit alone in a corner, quietly observing people. One day I asked him, "Why don't you play with us?" He looked at me and replied, "I'm trying to understand why people do the things they do." At first, I thought he was joking, but over time, I realized he genuinely saw the world from a different perspective. He had trouble understanding emotions. Whenever he saw someone crying, he would ask, "How does crying solve the problem?" People often thought he was cold or insensitive. What they didn't see was that whenever someone needed help, he was always the first person to show up. One time, my mother was admitted to the hospital. I was so worried that I forgot to eat for almost an entire day. Late that night, he arrived at my house without telling me. He brought groceries, medicine, and a list of simple meals I could make. I asked, "How did you know I needed this?" He simply replied, "People under stress usually stop taking care of themselves." So I brought it. There were no emotional speeches, no comforting words, yet somehow his actions comforted me more than anything else could have. Today he's married and has a young son. A few days ago he called me at 2 a.m. "Can I ask you something?" he said. "Sure." "Is it normal to feel this strange warmth when your son smiles at you?" I stayed silent for a few seconds, then smiled. "Yes, my friend," said. "That's called love." At that moment I realized that not everyone experiences love the same way. Some people understand it naturally, while others have to learn it over time. But anyone who chooses to be kind, day after day, can never truly be a bad person.